going on, guys? So today we got a cool little video. I got some Lego sets that I'm gonna be building. Some of you might not be interested in it, some of you might, who knows. But I got a 2JZ engine from the bro Chris. He gifted it to me for Christmas, so that's pretty dope. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you. And then for my Secret Santa, I got the Fast and the Furious Supra, which is pretty dope, so I'm gonna build that too. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the 2J and see how well this goes. We are snowed in, so gotta find something to do. It's not much I could do. I do got a lot of stuff to do in the garage and in the car, but it's extremely freaking cold out there. I got some cool stuff to be able to flip the car around. There's gonna be a separate video. I also been working on the garage. I haven't filmed in there in a while, and I didn't film doing this because I did this a while back and I completely forgot. I was just trying to get it done. But yeah, I'm gonna start with these, show you guys the process. I'll probably just time lapse, and if I have something to say in between, I'll stop the video and kind of say something. But yeah, this is pretty freaking cool. I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you don't, that's okay. You know, it's cool. You guys go watch something else. But this is what I'm gonna be doing. And shout out to everybody that's been checking out the podcast. It's been really fun, you know, getting to hear people's stories, getting to put that out there in the world. I feel like everybody has a story and it needs to be heard. So yeah, shout out to you guys, and thank you again for watching and tuning in. You know, my channel obviously started with the 370Z and the 350Z stuff, but it's just mainly stuff that I love to post. Like I love cars. I'm gonna do that always. I started the podcast, so that has its own section, and I love photography and making videos of cars and stuff like that. So everything that I love doing, I'm gonna document as much as I can and put it online for myself, and then, you know, obviously for my kids to watch later on, you know, when I was younger or whatever, or my wife. Everything's gonna have like a category or playlist, I should say. So if you want to watch something, just, you know, go to the playlist, and then you can see whatever that niche is. Like, you know, if it's just cars, you know, building my JZ and my 370C swap, that old videos when I, you know, have my boosted EQ in the car, there's a bunch of videos of that. The podcast, obviously, and then I just created another playlist from when I'm done photo shoots and for future photo shoots that I'm gonna do. So you guys go watch it all. You know, everybody has his own thing, but yeah, I don't know. I might make this into a quick short too, you know, just telling people that what my channel is kind of about, because I'm just trying to be original, trying to do my own thing. Not trying to copy anybody, obviously, you know. But my passion is always cars and anything that has to do with cars, mainly. But, you know, photography, gear reviews on cameras and stuff like that, that's going to be also on there, because I got a cool setup. It's taking me a while to get, but you know, I got my camera set up, and everything that I do and use for the podcast, I'm gonna be reviewing and showing you guys the unboxing and all that, because I got footage for everything. So hopefully you guys enjoy that video. What else? I don't know. Let's get to it. What you guys just saw now is me finishing the 2J. This little beautiful thing right here. This was a cool piece. So now I gotta find where I want to put it in the office. I do have, like you guys saw on the thumbnail, the Toyota Supra I want to build. And yeah, this thing had a lot of little pieces. It kind of gave me a headache. This little book was very in detail. Obviously, it came probably from China or something. But the pictures and stuff, as you guys saw, everything was pretty easy laid out. The pieces were just super tiny, so it took me a while. I'm not gonna lie. All the time lapse that you guys saw was probably like 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 of building. I started yesterday. It's a new day. So yeah, this took a while. If you guys see what I'm wearing the same thing, it's just because I wanted to make it seem like it was the same video. But yeah, this was pretty cool. This is what it came with right here. It was missing one thing. It was supposed to come with like a little remote, like motor in the back that you put on, and the motor didn't come with it for some reason. But the box was a little damaged, so I'm thinking maybe the box got damaged because it looked like it had some extra tape that somebody put on there. Maybe the motor fell out or something they didn't notice in shipping. But yeah, that's the only thing that was missing. Everything else was there. I brought a little bit of extra parts just in case something, you know, broken or I dropped something, which I did drop a few pieces that I had to like look for. But other than that, this thing was pretty fun to build. Believe it or not, this has been my second time building a Lego set my whole entire life. One of my first jobs was actually working at the Lego store in Times Square. And it was just mind-blowing to see that so many people love Legos. And I didn't understand why. But now that I love taking stuff apart, like my car and all that jazz, you know, and building it, like I could see why. This is very cool. I was telling Alex, like, yo, this is a cool experience. Like, I enjoyed putting this together. It's a little cerebral. You got to focus, you know, try to find the little tiny parts. I already use glasses, so, you know, I'm already kind of blind, so. But yeah, this was pretty cool. Now I got a new piece and something else to play with, you know, to put up. But yeah, that was that. And next is going to be building the Toyota Supra from the Fast and the Furious. Well, guys, we're finally done building these Legos. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these building process. I could tell you what, building the 2JZ was more of a pain in the butt than it was to build a Supra. You guys haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm just gonna bring it up. I'll do like a quick pan around of it. But here it is. Fully build. The wheels like turn. The hood opens. Doors open. And the hatch opens. Just pretty neat. The roof comes off because it's obviously like from the movie, you know, like Target top. So here's I'll do a, oh, camera, come on, get focused. I'll do a quick pan of it. It's actually pretty neat. But yeah, this is it. And let me get the 2JZ so you guys can see that too, because that was pretty neat to build. Here's the 2JZ engine. Oop, shit. Drop the turbo. So I'm gonna drop the turbine again. You guys can see 2J. And yeah, here we are. Now they're both built. Pick the other one up. I gotta put these on display. So here they are, the 2JZ and the Supra. Got them put together. It's pretty neat, man. I got more Legos to build, like that I got as gift either last year or the year before. This was my second time ever building Legos ever. It's funny because one of my first jobs was, I don't know if I mentioned on the beginning of the video because it's been a few days now, was working at the Lego store. And I always found it interesting that so many people wanted to build Legos and stuff, you know. But comes to find out, Legos are actually kind of fun, especially now that I like building things, putting things like together, taking them off and all that jazz. So this was a fun experience. These were two cool little projects to start on, you know. Obviously the 2JZ, just because I finished building my motor just recently with Ford Performance. And the Supra, you know, like how ironic is that I built a 2JZ and then I also got a Supra Lego that I got to build, which was pretty cool. So let me know in the comments if you guys like enjoy this kind of videos. I know something a little different, a different pace of a video. And most of the stuff that you guys gonna see now is gonna be kind of like time lapse because obviously this is very tedious. There's a lot of parts. The books have like, I don't know, like 200 pages almost of that I got to go through with instructions on how to build everything. But other than that, everything was pretty cool, man. I'm just going to do a quick pan of both of the products, of the motor and the car. And then I need to start rearranging like the office. So when I like do the videos and stuff, this stuff could be in the background. Like I like this corner over here, like on the left side where Alex normally sits, because it's like colorful. It got like the comic book stuff, it got the Pac-Man stuff, but I feel like that corner over there behind me, it looks a little bland. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it pop a little more without being too distracting. So we're trying to work on that because I really like how this area looks over here on this other side, but that side I feel like I still got something missing. But yeah, we're gonna be working on that. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Hopefully I get to build some more Legos, and let me know in the comments if you guys really enjoy this, because I sure as hell had a good time putting them together. And it gave us some good ideas for the Meant to Be podcast. If you guys haven't tuned in, make sure you guys check that out. Meant to Be, like B as in like a bumblebee, podcast on YouTube. My wife and I, Alex, you know, we have our own podcast and we talk about everything there, from our life experiences to like hot topics going on in the world right now, you know, like relationship stuff, you know, being married, new parents and all that. So make sure you guys go check that out if you can. Give us a follow. It doesn't cost anything, you know, and there's some interesting topics, you know, hard conversations that are had there, or yeah, just go check that out. Not to ramble any longer. Hopefully the next video you see will be actually working on the car. And one of the next videos is going to be working on the car. I also got some like product reviews because I haven't really shown my camera setups now for the podcast, which are pretty neat. I feel like they're fully complete now. It's been a long process with that, so I'm gonna do a whole video on the camera and why I went with this route. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Hopefully somebody that's looking to get a camera could learn something from it. And if they want to get a setup to do a podcast and stuff, it could help you pick, the right camera for you and the things that you kind of need, from learning from my mistakes, because there were a good amount of mistakes, and it was not mistakes, but like a learning curve, obviously, because, you're trying to make everything better and make everything more precise for when you do these things, because you don't want to waste somebody's time. But enough rumbling about that. These are the two things I build. Next time, I think I got some marble ones that I'm going to put together, hopefully here soon. But yeah, stay tuned. Make sure you guys give me a follow. If you found the video interesting, leave a comment, let me know in the comments below if you guys ever build some Legos. And what was the first Legos you guys ever built? I would love to hear that. And do you think building Legos is only for kids, or do you find it weird that adults build Legos? That's another thing I want to know. Yeah, so check you guys out later. Thanks again. Until the next one.